All right, guys, here's an update. So I had some comments on my last video saying that let's see if I can get down here. It sounded like there was air getting around the jet pump here. And I didn't really think about it, but it made a lot of sense once they said it. I had sealed down here and all these areas here just for hydrodynamics, thinking that was kind of the right way to go about things. What I didn't bother doing, which is dumb now that I think about it, was sealing up around the jet pump here. I don't have anything to point at here. But when this goes in, you can see this area right here, all around there needs to be sealed. Now you might be asking yourself, why would you need that? I ended up using just a clear silicone. Some people use a 3M product. I probably wouldn't use 5200 since that's permanent. I'd probably use 4200. But I had a silicone here and it'll do fine until the next time I have to pull this pump off. But I've learned that impeller doesn't have a perishable part or a sacrificial part in the center of it. So there's no real way to spin the propeller, if you will. So what I did is I put a bunch of silicone up around the jet pump when I put it in, and I got it in place. And then I got back here with just rubber gloves on and just worked silicone into that area all around there to fill it out. So yeah, that was good. And what's happening is that when I was getting on plane, the back of this thing was in the water like so. And then when I get on plane, it would go like this, and it would start to suck in air all the way through here around the pump and evacuate the pump. So the symptom was what I thought it was. I said it felt like I was losing all my water and everything was getting evacuated, and that makes more sense. A little update, because I realized I didn't get to show this stuff very well. This is what I put in for the 1/2-inch cooling. And I had to take this hole here. So one of the things we could have done is you could have dual cooled and use this 3/8 and the other 3/8 on the other side and drilled another 3/8 in into this area. But I didn't really want to, weld a little bung type thing there and do that. So this side just as easy to tap a 1/4 NPT in there and use a 1/2-inch. So I did that around into here. Now, as I said, what I did differently from Mark Erickson is I had some PEX here, so that's PEX. And we did a double brass barbed coupler. And I basically sanded down one side so it fit inside the PEX and crimp nicely. So another thing, so some people don't know what all this stuff does. Like from a stock perspective, this is obviously steering. It's not hooked up right now. This is water into the coolant system. This is basically like a pseudo bilge pump, like a siphon pump I'll show you where that goes to. And this little piece up here is just an outlet. And that outlet would come from this stock exhaust. In fact, I don't have time to show it on my other ski because it's already close up. But basically on the back of the exhaust, there would be a little piece that drained down to here. And right there. Now I took and I filled that up with just a little bit of silicone and a screw. So if I ever wanted to get it out, I could pull the screw out and then run a little drill through there to get the silicone out. This is still the stock pump piece for the siphon. And then this is where that other piece comes into. And then it comes to right here on the exhaust manifold. And then it fills up the jacket and it comes to one of these two pieces coming out here. And then from that, I have it as prescribed by Mark at Erickson Machine, fill up the back part of this pipe first. And then that exits out here, and then the top part exits out there. Now there might need to be some flow control done if this is getting too cold. I run in a relatively warm lake, so that probably shouldn't be a big issue, but I can always control that as needed. So I pulled this motor out to check some things out. I cleaned up a bit. I still obviously got a little bit of vacuuming to do here, just to get a little more tidy before I put this back in here. But I wanted to give you guys a quick update on what happened and also give people just like a different view than they would normally see. So that's it for right now. I popped this carb off. I'm probably just gonna rebuild it real quick since I've got it out and I've got a kit here, just get fresh seals in it. So it's kind of sad I'm getting this done right now because it's basically just about the end of the year for it, but I do want to get it going a bit and get it going good. Clear out this fuel, and then I'm actually going to shrink wrap this for the winter months, and yeah, get back to it early spring. So I want to make sure these things are ready. The next thing to fix this 440, for some reason it was slowing down on me last time. I don't know if you guys can kind of see here, but on the back there's some sand back there. We don't really have sandy beaches here, so I'm thinking the last place I had it must have sucked up a little sand of the coolant system and made it maybe start to overheat or something, so the motor was slowing down. We'll see. I'll dig that out next, but you guys will, next time you'll see this, I'll show you it all put back together. And I just want to give you guys, a true understanding of what happens, back here in these pieces. And then also, I'd never seen anyone say, hey, seal up all around the jet pump. So I wanted you to see that as well. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, drop a comment. I'll do my best to answer. Thank you.